55 with me, Naila Baraka. And today, in this section of the program, we are joined by an international world champion of the Toastmasters and HR specialist all the way from Sri Lanka. He's visiting Bahrain, Mr. Dananjaya. Mr. Dananjaya, thank you for joining us and taking time to come to our program.
It's a pleasure to be on board. Thank you very much for inviting.
Mr. Dananjaya, could you tell us, first of all, what will you be doing in Bahrain during your visit?
Okay.
And how many days is your visit?
Right. Well, in Bahrain, I'll be having two public events, and these two events came about because of me winning actually the World Championship of Public Speaking. The Toastmasters International is a global organization that has about 300,000 members around the world in about 119 countries, and this organization is committed to developing leadership and public speaking skills. So actually, Toastmasters International is today considered the leading authority in public speaking, which is one of the biggest spheres in the world. So every year they have a contest where 33,000 contestants compete for the World Championship. The assessment starts 1 year in advance. And this year, for the first time in the 75-year history of the contest, the Asian have managed to win this contest. So this brings about a lot of curiosity, a lot of demand for knowledge on how to improve your communication skills, how to improve your leadership skills. And that's what brings me to Bahrain. I've got two events where I'll be covering how to become a better and effective communicator and a leader in your organization as well as in your life.
Mr. Dananjaya, where you are an international renowned figure, how important is it for people to overcome their obstacles while communicating?
Well, there's a very famous quotation that any type of speaking is public speaking. Now, this comes about because public speaking is, you become good at it once you start developing your self-confidence. It's a reciprocal relationship. The more you speak in public, the more you become confident. And that confidence can permeate into different facets of your life. It could be your interpersonal communication, how you communicate with your subordinates, your peers. And what it does is it gives you the basics of building your confidence to communicate. So it's very important to overcome obstacles while communicating, but something you need for that is your self-confidence. And what Toastmasters does is it builds that confidence for you so you can overcome any obstacles that you have along the way in communication.
Mr. Dananjaya, I would want you to brief our viewers who are not aware of what really Toastmaster is. Not everybody is interested in Toastmaster.
Yes.
Not every person knows
about
it. So I want you to highlight for our viewers the importance of Toastmaster.
Right. Well, about 90 years ago, there was a man in USA, Ralph C. Smedley, a gentleman, who started this concept. And what he wanted to do was help youngsters overcome the fear of public speaking. Now, today, 90 years onwards, this organization has helped many people. Not only people like you and I, but from world presidents to rock stars and superstars, really communicate with their audience more effectively. Now, something that we realize in our journey of success, as we go up in our corporate ladder or your profession, you get into leadership roles. And when you get into leadership roles, this requires you to be in front of a public. So what Toastmasters does is it teaches you how to do that effectively with a lot of grace and project your brand towards your followers and to whoever is in your organization or in your peer group. So Toastmasters has been doing this for 75 years, and today it's helped millions and millions of people just become better communicators, which is an essential component not only in leadership but in any sort of success that you are pursuing.
So which age group, I know that learning starts, they say learning starts at home.
Yeah.
So we look at to those age groups, that age group.
Yeah.
But which age group you think is good for people to start into the field of Toastmasters?
Right. Well, to become a Toastmasters member, you need to be above 18. And this is for several reasons. It's also because it's an age where you are all ready to express your ideas, you're mature in terms of content, and you can share stories of your life that can really garner some interest. But if you ask me what is the right age to start public speaking, I would say, there's no age in particular.
There's no limit.
No limit. You could start as early as you want, or you could start as late as you want. I got into public speaking in my 20s.
Wow.
So I was never a debater or or into drama or theatre in school. It's just something that happened accidentally, but it worked out in such a way because the whole Toastmaster Club concept is based on two principles. Number one is learning by doing, and number two is being in a supportive environment. So these two principles help you develop, that confidence you need. So you could start early as you want, or later on in life, but you could join a club after you become 18 and you can continue on that journey.
Since you mentioned that you started the Toastmasters when you were 20 years old, could you tell us what inspired you to go into the field?
Yeah, well, like all good things happen, with an accident. And I think when I was in school, I was never an academic. So I was probably after my, 12th standard, which was the last year in school, high school. I was looking down a smoking gun. I didn't have enough marks to go to university, and I was very mischievous when I was young.
Okay.
So my dad was really worried, and he knew this whole Toastmasters thing, and he knew some good people were going to this club. So he took me and went to one of these club meetings, and what impressed me was not actually the speaking, but just the people that were there. And this is a beautiful part about this Toastmaster movement, because you get some amazing people who come, from engineers to doctors. It's a great place to network. So when I saw these guys, I was like, okay, this is something interesting. I need to come here at least to associate these people. And that's how my journey started. So I wasn't, just like a lot of people, I wasn't really interested in public speaking. I didn't know how I was going to use it. But I came to the club because it was a place that I could network and meet a lot of new people.
You get to interact with people from different fields, you see.
Absolutely. And I learn, a way I love learning, a method that I love is just learning by associating. Some people like reading, some people like getting mentored. I love just by associating people. And this was a great opportunity for me to learn in a mode that I understand. Just by having casual conversations, listening to other people's stories. I took a lot away every time I went after a Toastmasters meeting.
So what are you looking forward from your audience in Bahrain?
Well, I heard that the Bahrain audience was a really fun-loving group, and I'm looking forward to interacting with them. The Toastmaster movement here in Bahrain is very strong. The international president of Toastmasters comes from the Middle East, and there's a strong movement here. So I'm just looking forward to spending some time with everybody and just sharing my journey and sharing some of the lessons that I've learned from my journey that help a lot of people who haven't identified their true potential find it and develop it to a stage so that they can define their vision of success for themselves.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
I wish you all the luck during your stay in Bahrain, and we hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.